Hey guys, Skin Tattoo Studio, KJ Shazam here. Just out in an exposed location here. It's amazing what you find out and find around these places. It's pretty good and interesting who you run into out in this sort of outback area. We're just going to go in here and have a bit of a look around, see what this guy's up to and see what he does. So let's go in and have a bit of a look, shall we?
Putting together a few little cars. A little Orchard we put together for my wife to drive, Josie. Little Barra. Show people small horsepower, but show people what you can do with a late model engine in a purpose-built race car. So it only makes about 365 horsepower. We haven't got it down the track on a clean full pass yet. I only have one meeting with it so far as Josie's learning to drive the car. And we're learning how to get around. So it's a bit of a different adventure. The idea of a race car is to, as much horsepower as you can, as lightweight as you can. Doesn't mean you have to have huge horsepower. Yeah, there's a 3,000 horsepower car over there, but it's 365 horsepower in a little lightweight chassis. It'll go faster than a Falcon. Basically, a standard type Falcon motor, horsepower-wise, what you get turbo in a Falcon, BA type deal, we're putting this in a really lightweight car. We don't want to overcomplicate it. We're keeping it simple. So when it comes to driving it, there's probably only one big change in it, and the way the brakes work. So we've got a normal throttle pedal down in the car. Have you put your foot on it, you're not going to hurt anything. They're built to drive hard, to be rough. You've got a brake lever rather than a brake pedal. So you pull back on it, you pull your brakes on. There's a trans brake button on the top, little brake. When you bring it up to stage, you're hitting the trans brake so you can pull up your revs and get it ready to launch, so it's making as much boost in this circumstance as you can on the trans brake. And as you floor it, the lights come down, as you floor it, leave the line, you let go of the trans brake, it all goes at once. So it releases, the trans brake locks first and reverse gear together. As you let go of it, it releases that and propels you instantly. So you're getting a straightforward motion. Other than that, it's basic stuff. It's got a normal pro ratchet shifter in it. It's nothing special at all. So like any street car that with a decent performance, you got it in. You've got an ignition switch. You haven't got a key, you've just got a simple switch that you open up, turn it on. You've got to start a button rather than going an extra step on your ignition switch. Lights, water pump, it's basic simple stuff. Yes, it's a little bit claustrophobic, but that's to keep you safe. You've got yourself in there so nice and tight and hold your shoulders, so in case of an accident, it keeps you contained and doesn't give you a big tank slap, for a better word, when you hit the wall. So it's keeping you compact. Harnesses are done up nice and tight, you've got a harness device, locks in your helmet, so in an accident situation, your head's not got all those G-forces, locks it all together. It's a simple thing. It's a parachute lever, get the finish line, pull on the parachute, helps slow you down.
That's awesome.
That's as simple as it is.
And go from A to B as quick as you can within your timeline.
100%. When it comes down to getting down the track and tuning a bit of tyre into it, how you set up the trans, how you set up the turbo, the fuel system.
Serious?
It's all part of it.
It's good fun.
Yep, so you've got your oil pressure light and you've got your shift light. Once they're set up, you can literally go off of shift now here. Oh shit, you're blowing it up, you've got a red light, got oil hanging out. Get off the track. Yeah. It's all about fun, having fun getting it out there. You're learning with something like this, you go to the paint shop to get the paint shop done. It's this little tiny body, it's something you can do in an afternoon for a paint shop, guys, versus a full sedan you're trying to make it pretty. It's simple. You want to work on it, you can be really lazy, you don't on it, because there isn't one. The body comes off in about 10 seconds. You can get to the trans, you can get to the data, the computer and everything else, just hidden under the cow here. It's simple. That's the idea of a race car, is to work on it when you have to. This one is built around not working on it. It's a lightweight car that you just do round with, it's just missing the body. Good fun.
What do you reckon, guys?
Love it.
Do you build the chassis yourself?
Yep, I built them myself. Yes, anyone can build them. I have a welding background, but anybody can actually put them together.
So it's best to get someone in the know to sort of put something like this together.
Yep, or do enough homework so you can do it.
Yep.
But, yep, help. Like, can you help other guys put stuff together like this and give them some guidance? Or be paid to put a car together for them and go from there.
So if anyone wanted something like this, they could approach you and you know, basically ask you to build something like this from scratch.
Yep, we've built them before for people from scratch. You get them out there. I've got a background in top alcohol type categories of racing, so my background is a rigid car. So this is a whole new learning curve for me. Mechanical blow and handling is my normal. This is a learning curve for me to go from a modified car to a turbo. It's a steep learning curve, but the basic principles are there. And going back, other people are a lot smarter with their turbo and their air flight stuff. So a combination of different talents.
So this is basically an entry level into the drag racing scene that is pretty affordable to the average Joe sort of thing without having that high end budget.
Yeah. This car will get there out of a lot of different pieces. We haven't got the latest tools or anything else. We use basic build entry level, keeping it as cost effective as possible. Yes, I've done it all myself. Glass and paint, George painted it for us. Basically the rest of it we paint ourselves. eBay special on a radiator, for example, keeping the cost down and get it out there and go down the track.
Which means budget car, but bang for your buck.
100%, like the radio, $700 for a brand name one, about $110 for that eBay special. Will it last? Will it work really well? We'll find out in the long run. Some things you can't skip on, some things you got to get the good stuff. It's doing your homework and learning about the parts.
What sort of times are you expecting to get out of something like that?
We're aiming at about a 10.0, 120, 125 mile.
So for the first person getting into drag racing and stuff like that, doing that sort of speed would be sort of like a big rush.
Yeah, 100%. Which is great. We just got in it the other day and did our first launch with it. What was it like?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I've just raced only my street car, really, a few street cars, so just the A Falcon, and I was doing 15.9s. And yeah, but then to jump in this, and I was just licensing, so it took pretty easy, but yeah, definitely the launch, yeah, pushes you back in the seat, and yeah, no, it was really good. So can't wait to see what we can actually get out of it, and yeah, and then once I get comfortable in the car, then it is, you know, we can step it up and
100%.
some more horsepower
Yeah.
and go from there.
Oh, we look forward to seeing more of this type of stuff out there and seeing what you actually can do and what they can produce. So thanks guys for having us out here, much appreciated. Also, we'd like to thank you for getting anxious out there and supplying some parts to make sure that that burnout could happen. So if it wasn't for you guys,
It's races helping races, or burnout guys, or whichever way you want to word it.
and that's what it's all about. It's not about who goes the fastest. It's about the people that you meet along the way and things like that as well. And seeing killer stuff like this, guys, this is awesome. You wouldn't think you'd see this kind of stuff out in the outback. So thanks guys for having us.
No worries.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
And catch up with you next time.
And it's going to have to work, so just like it a bit. And hold it back. That's a bad ignition. And then down here, green button. Press that, just hold that for a minute. Give it a quick foot on throttle, just give it a little bit of throttle. Okay, stand and do the throttle, so you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, just press the button.
something like this and you can just go have fun, go race.
Well guys, it looks like we're selling the burnout car and getting into drag racing. Thanks mate. That's the only time I give you permission to drive a Barra.
That you do this, my God. It really is, it's incredible. Just the power.
It's only baby power too.
It's not power. You guys make so much more power in the burnout cars than what we're making. Just 365 horsepower.
We got that in one of our cylinders. Power to weight ratio.
For allowing me to sit just in it and starting it. Oh my gosh. Running through it all is amazing. Incredible. So much respect for what you do. Yeah, you've got to have a lot of wisdom to take that.
Thanks guys, really appreciate that. That was awesome.